Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We're back with building an asteroid station, and so far so good. And we finally found the resources that we've been looking for. But let's just get started. Alright, so as you can tell, potentially, from the time lapse, we found platinum. So then we can finally create our tools, our tier 3 tools, which is our elite welders, grinders, and hand drills. And why we went to look for that? Well, I was actually looking for silver and gold at the same time, but it took some time to find any of those resources. All the asteroids nearby, I went exploring and found absolutely nothing useful except for the normal resources like ice, iron, cobalt. We didn't even find magnesium. We didn't even find... we found nickel once before, but we didn't find any new things. So that's our platinum asteroid right over there, accompanied by another asteroid. There was one asteroid that I didn't find much resources at all until I turned around and spotted a little speck, which was ice. I mean, I really should put a camera on my vehicle so I could spot it a little bit better, but in a time lapse you see me drill right down the middle to hopefully find some resources that way. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything, which is kind of weird, but we explored a lot of the asteroids nearby, so we still have a few more to explore right over there, right over here, to see what there is there. Hopefully silver or gold, because we definitely need that. I know each asteroid should have roughly 2 resources in each one, but unfortunately, some of them I only can find 1, so it is what it is. But we did luck out finding platinum so I can get the elite welding grinder and drills and things like that, because working on fixing the control center and its retractability was a pain in the butt. Because using the, I think with the proficient one we had previously, which one are those code? Those are, we had the enhanced welders and grinders, and doing this by hand was a little bit more difficult. And we did it by hand mostly because it was easier to get 1 block at a time. As grabbing the grinding ship to grind it, it didn't really work out that well. So only because it was grinding out the windows here too. So yeah, we had to do it by hand, so we did that with the new efficient tools. So that worked out pretty good. Now, we finally cornered everything out, so we had to make it kind of like 1 block off. And as you see here, this is kind of touching, but it's not that bad. It doesn't get it stuck. See, as you see the pistons, they're perfectly fine. Fully retracted in that sense. So now we can easily bring it up and down without any issues. I wish I put a button here, but we didn't. We should really take care of that. But if we did retract it, here it goes. Nice and smooth. It's not flush against the wall, unfortunately, but it's the best we can do with this for now so that it doesn't get stuck. So once it gets down here, it's not necessarily flush and everything like that, but if you're looking at it from here, it looks pretty cool in some ways, except for this piping that we still need to remove. And how do we get in? So that we resolved it with using an elevator system right over here, right in the middle of everything. And at first I was using different methods, but unfortunately the best method is to just create a hole in the middle. Why not anyways? Because we're not going to put anything in the middle, and there's so much space inside the control center anyways. We might as well put something in the middle to make it airtight. And in this way, we can easily hit this piston elevator, and it goes up into it, and it'll be slightly flushed with the center itself right there, and we can easily walk into it, open the hatches, do what we got to do. Now, do we remove 2 of them like this one and the one over there and do a double door system, so then that way we can save on the airlocks and everything like that in the air? Potentially we could do that, but for now we'll leave it like this. And then piston down, nice and smooth, because these are panels, and then underneath it is where the pistons are. So we got 2 pistons kind of calculated exactly where it needs to be, so it's flushed on the ground right here and flushed up there. And actually I did do a button, I believe. Yeah, I did. This will retract it, and this will extend it. Then we have that. And it's airtight system, so... Well, hopefully it is. I haven't welded up the air vents just yet, because I got to deal with the pipes as well too. I need to tuck them into the wall somewhere, but we'll figure that out eventually. But yeah, that took us quite some time to fix up the walls on the side to make sure that they don't touch, and unfortunately it's not flush as the way I really wanted it to be, but that's okay, not a big deal. And yeah, much of the time lapse was also jumping around a little bit, doing different things, but mainly searching for that extra resources, and luckily got some platinum. So gold and silver is next, and that will be gathering all different resources that we need. And at one point, we decided to punch a hole right here to make the next room, which isn't too bad. I think we did 11 across or so from each room. We needed 2 piston wide punching for now. But we did it pretty deep here. So we got to open it up even more if we want to make a big room. So I think ideally we'll do 1 room there that's big, 1 small room here. Once we finish this, or remove and move these things over, we're going to make another small room here. Another big room back here, just to make it symmetrical. I don't know if I'm going to make any rooms on this side, because if I do make rooms on this side, it is going to basically impede with this big hole that I'm going to make. I'm going to probably make it up to here anyways. I think we're pretty deep in there, so we're about, I think, right around here anyways, half of it. So I might not make rooms on this side, but I might, and like, I will likely make a room on this side as well, as long as it's wide enough. It might not even be wide enough to even make these rooms. I can make smaller rooms if I need to. So yeah, I think big room and small rooms kind of work out. As I mentioned, this is the reactor battery room. This will likely be cargo potentially, and the next bigger room over here, which probably I would like to have the refineries, assemblers, and everything like that on this side, which looks like we could do a decent room this way. Yeah, we could definitely do a decent room that way. So that should cover power, cargo, refining, and assembling. What else is left? That should be it. Oh, there's some control stuff here, which could be on the control room, so, or center, which wouldn't be bad. This goes away. And I think that's about it. Now, there's a question in terms of what more can I do except for kind of doing the rooms and everything like that. I was thinking about kind of cutting the asteroid in half. Meaning, we're going to build all these kind of lines here, which we have on the other side. Let me see if I get to that. Like on this side here. What if we decide to not keep any of this asteroid and just go cut all of it down this way up to the next door? All this right here goes away. Then that way we could build our rooms, we could build whatever we want to easily, and put a window block throughout, trying to mimic this here and make a curve and everything like that, so it's not as jagged. So it would be like something like this here, and have windows follow that same direction. So then you have a nice viewpoint inside. I think I want to do that. Of course, that's going to extend the timing of building the rest of the asteroid station. But that might be our last thing to do and start drilling into it. I think that's what I want to do. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll let you guys kind of vote on it, if anything. So make sure to say, yeah, punch a hole through the whole entire asteroid, cut it in half, or Y for yes, or whatever the case is. And yeah, it'll just basically cut in half, and then I can make some kind of viewpoint that way if we want to go that route. I feel like that might be the route I want to go, but I'm pretty sure cutting it down is going to take quite some time. And I should have done it earlier, because then I could have just easily taken care of doing the whole drill system. But we might just go, what, right-click drilling, if anything. So let's see what happens. Again, I'll let you guys kind of decide on that, if anything. But once this whole station is done, as I mentioned before, we're going to move on to the next piece of it. It's kind of like, not season 2 or something like that. It's just the next piece, which is basically a shipyard. wanted to make a series of collecting ships and rebuilding them and everything like that. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, time lapse. If you did, you know what to do, and that is to please like and subscribe, comment down below even to say hi, and of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.